was born down by the river where the dirty water flows, and the cold wind cut through me, it cut right through my clothes. And the anger and the yearning, like fever in my veins, set the fire burning. She came down from Knightstown with her hands hard from the line. From the first time I laid eyes on her, I knew that she'd be mine. Her father was a lawman, he swore he'd shoot me dead, 'cause he knew I wanted Jeannie, and I'd have her like I said. Jeannie needs a shooter, shooter like me. Jeannie needs a shooter. Jeannie needs a shooter, shooter on her side. Jeannie needs a shooter. Jeannie needs a shooter. Jeannie needs a shooter. Down by the river on the final day in May, and when I leaned down to kiss her, she did not turn away. I drew out all my money, and together we did vow to meet that very evening and to get away somehow. Jeannie needs a shooter, shooter like me. Jeannie needs a shooter. Jeannie needs a shooter, shooter on her side. Jeannie needs a shooter. Jeannie needs a shooter. Jeannie needs a shooter. The night was cold and rainy down by the borderline. I was riding hard to meet her when a shot rang out behind. As I lay there in the darkness with a pistol by my side, Jeannie and her father rode off into the night. Jeannie needs a shooter.
Here's Warren Zevon talking about his collaboration with Springsteen on the song Jeannie Needs a Shooter.
I heard the title. I heard it from John Landau, who was explaining to me that during the time that Bruce couldn't record, that the most unfortunate part of it was not anything to do with money, which had no interest for Springsteen at all, but the fact that he's prolific, will write so much that by the time he would be able to record, he'd be tired of a whole body of terrific songs, and John rattled off a bunch of titles, including that one. And I stopped him because those words had just some kind of magic resonance to me. And I said, "What is this, Gene? He's a shooter. Wait a minute." He just said, "Another of Bruce's songs," and he went on with the rap. And so I kept asking Bruce, and this just amused Bruce, so he kept timing me, teasing me. He said, "Gene needs a shooter. Jeannie needs a shooter." It's just, I don't know. Jeannie needs a shooter. I don't know. Some tune. And I kept asking him this for years. And he finally said, "You like this title, don't you?" I said, yes, boss." Getting through. He said, "Well, you write it then." So I wrote the first verse and the music, and then I played it for Bruce, and he finished the lyric.